Hey, future billionaires. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to hire your kids the right way in your business. We're also going to discuss, is it even legal to hire your kids in your business? We're going to look at and address the requirements to hire your kids in your business. We're also going to look at the amount that you can pay your kids for services without them being taxed. And last of all, but not least, I'm going to cover in a bonus part of this video a book that we just released with regards to tax deductions. And I'm going to cover that at the very end of this video. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can be up to date on all of our latest videos. So let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, right? You're wondering, is it even legal to hire your kids? And I can tell you throughout the years, I've heard this question from many people. I've pretty much heard this concern from many people. And let me tell you this train of thought usually comes from average or mediocre people because they do not understand the hiring process with regards to business. Let me tell you this. It is in the IRS code. You can even go to the IRS's website and it will provide you details, which we're going to go into more in depth and detail in this video. But let me assure you, you can hire your kids in your business. Billionaires do it, millionaires do it. You know, the ones that are making six figures, they hire their kids in their business and they do it the legal and right way. So I just want to make sure I address that concern from you immediately, because I know you're thinking, is it even legal to hire your kids? And I'm telling you, yes, it is. And I'm going to delve into the documentation and point it out to you directly on the IRS's website. So let's go ahead and head over onto that part. And we're going to pretty much address and go into the requirements next. Okay, we're on the IRS's website where it talks about the employment of children. So let's start at this first section here. Children employed by their parents. If the business is a parent sole proprietorship or a partnership in which each partner is a parent of the child. Next bullet, payments for the service of a child are subject to income tax withholding regardless of age. And the key item there, guy, is subject. Let's look at the next bullet item. Payments for the services of a child under age 18 are not subject to Social Security and Medicare taxes. However, if the child is 18 years or older, then payments for the services of a child are subject to Social Security and Medicare taxes. So let's just do a quick pause right there just to recap this. So in this situation, we're looking at a sole proprietorship and a partnership in which both parents are partners of the partnership. So in order for the kid to pretty much avoid paying taxes, that he or she has to be under the age of 18. So they won't be subject to Social Security and Medicare taxes. And if only that the parents pay them pretty much up to that standard deduction amount. We're going to that in another part of the video. We won't go into detail here, but I just want to make sure I highlight these two bullet items. And let's look at the third bullet item. Payments for the services of a child under 21 are not subject to federal unemployment taxes. Now, if the child is 21 years or older, then payments for the services of a child are subject to the federal unemployment tax. Now, I wanted to just make sure you guys are understanding, because this is where a lot of the business owners get confused. So the situation, again, that we have here is a sole proprietorship, which the parent's business is set up, or that parent has a partnership in which both parents are partners in that partnership. Because when we get to the next section, it's going to be a little different. Now, let's say in the next section, now you have a business that is a corporation, or you have a partnership in which only one parent is a partner and the other parent is not. So if that's the case, then the payments for services of a child are subject to income tax withholding, Social Security taxes, and Medicare taxes, in addition to the federal unemployment tax, regardless of age. So that's the difference there, guys. I just want to make sure you understand that. So if you have a corporation or a partnership in which one parent is only the partner and the other parent is not, then your kid is going to be subject to taxes. So just wanted to point this out. So this also points out, guys, that you can legally employ your kids. You can just disregard, what information that you heard from other people that were telling you, asking you, or telling you it's not legal. This clearly states that it's legal to employ your kids. I'm on the IRS's website. So what I'll also do, I'll put the link in this video so you can also take a look at this section for yourself, because I want you to be educated about this. This is a big determination of how successful that you're going to be in your business. If you do not know the really simple things about taxes, guys, it's going to hurt your business and you're not going to be successful. So that's why I'm just doing this in this video to point this out, because I want to make sure that in 2023 and beyond that you have the tools and tips for your business to succeed. Now let's look at some of the additional requirements. Now it is imperative that you have a job description outlined for your kid. It's important that you have this job description laid out. I'm going to provide a link in this video where you can get a sample job description from us, and all you have to do is click on that link, enter your name, email address, and you'll have access to download a job description. That's a sample job description. And so what you'll be able to do is pretty much, change the wording or change that job description up, because the sample job description that we're using for your kid is social media, right? So most kids can actually do social media. They can go on and post information on your business website for social media. They can update information. A lot of kids are extremely good at doing that. So you can actually pay your kids for services for keeping the social media account for your business. Now, I would note the payment for services have to be reasonable. It's important that the payment is reasonable, and that it's also important that you have an established bank account set up for your kid. So pay your kids through a bank account, whether it be through direct deposit or if you choose to, pay by physical check. But it's important that your established business account pays your kid directly by check or direct deposit in their established kid account. That's very important. Now, from within these requirements, I want to also address, because I know a lot of people are asking, what is the age for which a kid can be employed? Do they have to be 12? Do they have to be 15? What age do they have to be in order to perform work? And I'm going to pretty much give it to you like this. As long as your kid is born, they can perform work. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about here. If you look at, many of the child actors, right? Those individuals, if you've seen a lot of the commercials and a lot of the actual movies, a lot of the actual shows, and I know at this point you're saying, well, Tyrone, that's a baby in a movie or in a commercial, but guess what? You can do the same exact thing to promote your business. Let me give you a prime example here. Let's say you're an insurance agent, right? And as an insurance agent, your objective is to market to new parents. And guess what? In order for you to market your services to new parents, it is imperative that you produce a video with a baby in it that pretty much like outlines your services and the products that you're going to offer them. But guess what? Because as that new parent, if they see a commercial or a video with the baby, they're going to be more inclined to purchase services from you because they can identify with that. This individual just had a newborn baby, so it's going to be imperative for you to use a newborn baby. So guess what? If you have a newborn baby, you can actually use your newborn baby in the video and pay the baby. So basically what you're going to do is set up a custodial account and have that money direct deposited in your kid's banking account for services. Yes, it is legal. It is absolutely legal for you to have a baby that was just born in your business, and that's only if you're pretty much going to use, products and services that markets or outlines that you're pretty much promoting services that are catering to new parents. So it's important in your job description for your baby that was just born, you ensure that you pretty much have it outlined that you're using your baby for marketing products and services that you offer. And you want to touch, pretty much hit those parents who have new babies. So that's the purpose of you putting the baby in your video, and that's the purpose for you paying your baby, your newborn. That's highly important. So you can outline that job description that details what you're doing in terms of marketing products and services for new expected parents. So another job description, you could be using your 4-year-old to actually clean up in your office. So you just have a job description, outline what you want the 4-year-old to do in terms of, cleaning up your office. Now, the wages have to be reasonable, of course, but you can actually pay them for doing that. And you make sure you pay them by check or direct deposit and have that money put in their account. Again, this is a tax write-off for you guys. You got to really think about this and actually, utilize this benefit of hiring your kids, because this is a tax write-off for you. Guess what? Right now, I know that a lot of you are paying your kids right now in your business, but you're giving them an allowance. You cannot, guess what? You can't write an allowance off. However, if you employ your kids in your business, you can write that off as a tax deduction. Great thing about you paying them from your business is now they can utilize that money to now buy their school clothes, pay for school events. So whatever you were actually doing with the money that was coming out of your pocket for allowances, that kid now utilizes that money for themselves, and they pretty much take care of those things that you would have normally done. Now they're taking care of it, and you're getting a tax write-off for employing them for pretty much providing services to your business. It's a no-brainer. Now let's take a look at the amounts that you can pay your kid without them being taxed. Now, if you recall in the earlier part of the video, I clearly stated, based on the documentation from the IRS's website and their publication, it clearly states that if you, as a parent, you pretty much have a sole proprietorship or a partnership in which both parents are a parent to the kid for which you're hiring, you get to pay that kid $12,950 if you claim them as a dependent on your tax return. However, if you do not claim them as a dependent on your tax return, you only get to pay them $12,400, and that's without them being taxed. Now, you can pay them as much as you want, but those are the guidelines for them to avoid paying taxes. Because remember, under the age of 18, they're not paying Social Security or Medicare taxes. But over the age 18, that's where the Social Security and Medicare taxes begin to kick in. So I just want to make sure you get that. However, if your kid is in a position where you're a corporation or you have a partnership where pretty much one parent is a partner and there you have another partner where they're not a parent, then that kid is subject to Social Security, Medicare, and federal taxes. So I just wanted to note that. So I'm going to give you a prime example of the partnership situation. So let's say you have a partnership, right? And in this partnership, only one parent is a partner, but then you have another partner that's not a parent, but they're, they're one of your friends, but they're just not a partner. Well, that kid's going to be subject to Social Security and Medicare taxes in addition to, feudal tax. That's the rules and regulations for that. And so I want to also delve into the standard deduction, because I've seen a lot of videos out there that clearly, they pretty much provide details that, get up to $12,950, that you can pay your kid without them being taxes. And I just want to make sure, we clearly, pretty much provide the exact details on that, because that $12,950 that you get to pay your kid in order for them to avoid taxes, they have to be, again, under the age 18 and under. In addition to that, you have to claim them as a dependent. But whenever, you're in a situation where you are not claiming your kid as a dependent, right, and you're paying them, then that amount has to be $12,400. So a clear example I can think of in that example is, let's say, for example, you have a situation where you're the business owner, right? And in this particular year, you're not going to claim your kid on your tax return for whatever reason. But you're paying in that particular year, you can only pay them $12,400 without them being taxed, because if you pay them $12,950, they're going to be taxed on the money that they earn in excess of, because whatever reason you're letting somebody else claim your kid that year. So you can only pay them $12,400 without them being taxed. However, if you're claiming them as a dependent on your tax return, you can pay them the $12,950. Now, I just want to make sure you clearly understand that. Now, I'm going to put a link in this video so you can go to the IRS's interactive tool that clearly spells that out. I want you to be the one to pretty much participate in this interactive tool. So there's two scenarios I want you to engage in. One scenario I want you to engage in is as of though your kid can be claimed as a dependent. And that's where it's going to give you that $12,950 as a standard deduction. And that's the amount you can pay your kid up to without being taxed. In the second scenario, what I want you to do is pretty much to note that your kid is going to not be claimed as a dependent on your tax return. And so when you do that, it's going to clearly state that the standard deduction is $12,400. I want you to do that yourself, because I want you to pretty much engage in and start to understand some of these concepts. See, I have 20 plus years in this area. I already understand these concepts. That's what sets me apart from a lot of the business owners, because when you start to understand the tax laws, rules, and regulations, that's when you become more knowledgeable and be able to make certain decisions and make better informed decisions to enhance and grow your business. So I'm going to, again, put a link in this video. I want you to pretty much engage in that interactive tool so you can see what I'm talking about with regards to the standard deductions amounts and the amount that you can pay your kids up to without them being taxed. Okay, we're at the bonus section of the video, and as promised, I'm going to give you some details with regards to tax deductions for your business. Guys, we just released a book on last week, and that book's titled The Top 10 Tax Deductions for Small Businesses. I'm going to give you an ample opportunity to pretty much get that book via paperback, or you can actually look at the book on Kindle. I'm going to put a link in the description on this video. You can get access to the paper book and the Kindle book. I want to make sure you get access to this book, because this book has the top 10 tax deductions that your business should be taking advantage of. Read the book. You're going to love the book. I want to make sure that you leave us reviews. Definitely give us your feedback, because we want to take that feedback and improve upon and make any enhancements or recommendations that you provide. We'll make any enhancements to that book. In addition to that, guys, we're going to be releasing a series of books, because we want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to empower everyone who is subscribed to our YouTube channel. So definitely, for those individuals that are looking to grow and expand their business, or just looking to start their business, tell them about our channel, tell them about it and have them subscribe, because we want to make sure that we empower everyone to go out there and succeed in business. So that's our gift to you. Go out and get the book. Give us your feedback, and we hope you enjoy that book. So if you enjoyed today's video, like the video, subscribe, because we want to make sure that you're the first to know about all of our upcoming video releases and our books. So definitely go ahead and subscribe, because we want to make sure you're the first one to know. And we'll see you in our upcoming video.